Good morning everyone, happy Monday, and what a misty and foggy Monday it is. Come on Barkley! I am on my own this morning because Mr. Millen is in bed. He was with friends last night and I think he had a little bit of a wild one, judging by where I found that he'd fallen asleep. But Barkley! Come on boy! He always gets preoccupied. You're very fast. You're so fast. You are very fast. Well done. Oh, Snoot. Off you go. Off you go. Good boys. Yes, so the rare occasion that I get a lone walk in the morning, and I'm enjoying it, to be honest with you. What a way to start the week. I did actually quite a good workout this morning with my PT, and then obviously coming and getting to do a walk is always the joy. And the weather at the moment, I'm hoping that it's actually getting cold now. It has been, I think, like lots of people have been saying, an uncharacteristically warm November, and at night time it gets really nice and cold. Still not as cold as it should be, but today there's a real crispness in the air. There's dew on the leaves, on the ground. Obviously I can't see anything because it's incredibly frosty and, well, not frosty, dewy, moggy, foggy, whatever. Come on sausages, you're holding out the troops. I had the loveliest weekend, I'm sure you probably have seen, but I had the loveliest weekend just spending it with people and socialising with good food. And yesterday I had a very productive day at the house where I was going to vlog, but I ended up getting so much work done, which I never usually do. I never usually work on Saturdays or Sundays, but this Sunday I was just in one of those moods where I felt incredibly productive. So I got lots of content filmed and things like that. So I actually didn't pick up my vlogging camera because I find it difficult to do that when I've been doing other things all day. I think I have like a day of filming content and creating content and ticking off campaigns and things like that, and then I have a day of vlogging where I don't think about work stuff because I find it difficult. But I'm starting the week with such a renewed sense of like energy, and it's lovely. I love when I feel like this, and when the weather is different as well, something new to kind of appreciate, which I love. But anyway, I'm going to spend some time speaking to my sausages and getting ready for the week. Hope you have a lovely one as well. Let's do this. That was a very, very lovely walk that we had this morning, and now the heavens have opened and I'm hiding in my dressing room because today is a very busy day at the house. We have my full team here, we have Ali's team here, and then we have the plumber here, and for the first time in a very long time the Nicholson's team are not here because we have officially wrapped on the kind of first phase of the garden renovation. And if the weather clears up, I'll take you outside and I'll kind of bring you up to speed and show you where we're at with that. But basically there was kind of like the groundworks where the team came in and like messed everything up, not messed everything up, but like tore everything apart. So patio came up, and I think that's the bit that is always the most like disruptive of bits for me, because Porter's putting the world to rights today. I apologise. That's kind of like, that's the sort of the weirdest stage, because even when it comes to the beds that now have the new archway that I don't think I've shown you yet, when that, like, I imagined in my head, because we were kind of putting back something very similar, that it would just be kind of clad over. Not the case. It was completely ripped out, soil was removed, and I was like, this is just not how I envisioned this going. But now everything has been kind of tidied up, and there's mainly kind of outstanding bits of the main phase. So our beautiful stone terrace has been completed, and our new coping stones have also been completed, except we are having some bespoke, I know that people, I love anything that's bespoke, but we're having some bespoke pier caps made, which is a real sticking point for me, because we used to have those on our walls when it was like the concretey, cementy ones that weren't very nice, and they replicated a lot of the decorative details that the stately home and the estate where we live has. And that's something that's really important to us, that we wanted to kind of carry on, because despite the fact that our house has been essentially like rebuilt, it's still in a really beautiful area which is protected by English heritage. One of the things that we've kind of set this mission is to make sure that this house fits as much as possible with where we are. And I feel like when we moved in, it almost stuck out a little bit, and everyone around here, all of our neighbours, are so passionate about the area, and so are we. It's this really unique place that I hope will always be this unique, and it won't be like built up around, but we want to preserve that, and we wanted to add a lot of design details that are even more sympathetic to the area. And so at the moment we have some things that are outstanding. Ali's shed has been completely flattened, and this has been a bit of an issue as well. We've had some design issues with the shed, so at the moment we're without a shed, and I'm not able to get into my greenhouse because all of the shed stuff is in there. So greenhouse is currently out of bounds, and we're still waiting for all of our light wells to go in. I've seen the first kind of look at them. We also have the balustrade, which I'm going to show you as well, which is kind of like the first oak post that's going to be fitted there. And then at the moment the front of our house is a bit of a bomb site, so we're going to have a little bit of a break this week, so they're not here. We've got them coming back, I think, either Thursday or Friday this week to hopefully fit our new gates, because one of the things that we really wanted to do was secure the garden so that the dogs weren't running riot at the front of the house. So we had some really wonderful estate fencing and oak gates designed and put into production, which I think are going to be really lovely, and I hope you'll like them when you see them. They should be going in this week, which is going to be wonderful. We're going to be able to get rid of all of the doggy gates and things like that. So yes, very, very exciting, and just a bit of a slowdown, but they have assured me that everything will be wrapped up for Christmas. We've had a delay with our crabapple canopies. They were under the impression that they were ready to be delivered. They weren't, so there's going to be sort of like a real push at the end of this month. So yeah, it is all coming together very, very nicely, which I'm excited about. I did some shopping in London when I last saw you, and I did a bit of shopping in general as well. So I thought what I would do is quickly show you the bits that I got when I was in London anyway, just to bring you up to speed, and a few other bits that I've been loving at the moment. You will see me modelling the piece that I got from Hermes, which was a bit of a moment in itself. So I got this, and I've actually still got the sticky stuff on it. Oops. But I need to take it off. This was the one thing that was outstanding from my collection. I am very old-fashioned nowadays when it comes to my accessories. I'll never forget when I was in Hermes once, and I thought it was a bit strange, but the lady said to me, she was like, I said I really liked matchy, so I liked matching shoes, belts and bag. It's just what I love. I think you can't go wrong. And she was like, oh, that's quite old-fashioned, and I'm like, maybe it is, and I really like that. And so I like my belt to match, and obviously my Alexander McQueen belt definitely matches, but it's a big statement belt, and I wanted something that was a bit more understated. And I have been trying to hunt down this belt or the CDC belt of this colourway for such a long time. I put my name down in Hermes when I was with you the other month, sorry. I went back and checked. It hadn't come into stock or anything like that, and then I went to Hermes in Harrods, and it's actually my first time, I believe, ever picking anything up from Hermes in Harrods, and I had such a lovely experience. And I think the girl was really like fair. Like, she showed me a load of belts, and she basically, she kind of put me into a position where I was like, well, I've actually got those already. So I had the tan one, I had the black with the palladium. It really was, this one was outstanding, and so she went and had a second look, and she had it. So that made my day, and I just think it looks lovely. I'm wearing it with one of my Amazon knitted dresses. This is a black one, and this is really kind of one of my staples. This is my at-home look. I know that whatever I'm going to be doing today, it doesn't matter, because I am in all black Louboutin boots and Calcedonia tights, but these are just, they've changed the game for me in terms of feeling warm, cozy, comfortable and happy in day-to-day work stuff. So I'll link this one in the description box down below, because I really wanted a classic black one. I'm so hoping that they do my beautiful wrap front knitted dress as well. I hope they do that in black because honestly, so chic. Everyone has complimented my little wrap front. So yes, this is what I'm wearing today, and this is the belt that I bought. I also, if you follow my TikTok, you would have seen that my beautiful Tanacrol bag arrived, and I am so in love with this. It is unreal. This bag is a masterpiece in my opinion. It is so incredibly beautiful, and it is based on, like I said in my previous video, the vanity case of Princess Diana. And this is probably one of the most exciting accessory brands that I've come across for a long time, because I've got to be honest, I've spoken quite at length about how I feel about a lot of English brands at the moment, especially brands like Mulberry and Burberry and things like that. And I really wanted someone to come in and do something that really feels a bit different, but still feels like it's a real piece of British heritage. And I feel like they're doing this. I really, really do. I believe it's Tabitha Simmons who's come in and kind of changed things up and relaunched the brand. I went for a bag in a different colour because I obviously have a lot of neutral colours, and this is a stunning shade. This is like a beautiful Merlot colour, and I just felt like this really added to my wardrobe in a way that justified me introducing it. I absolutely love the size of it. I think that actually as a vanity case, it's got a crossbody strap as well that I need to grab from downstairs that arrived today. And obviously they've personalised it for me as well, which is really lovely. I think that's why I couldn't pick it up that day, because they were probably personalising it for me, which is so nice. But I will definitely be purchasing. In fact, I've got my eye on a few little bits and pieces for Mr. Millen Gordon for Christmas, because just so many elements of the brand is beautiful. So really look into it, go and have a look around, get to grips with their products, because even just like their little purses and their accessories, their holdalls, those kinds of things are really truly magical. Obviously if your budget is endless, they do these wonderful bespoke trunks that you can get on board with. But yes, a new bag for me that has made me exceptionally happy, and I'm looking forward to wearing this with pride. This definitely strikes me as a sort of what's the word? The perfect option for a trip on the Belmont Pullman, perhaps, which I'm looking forward to very much. I'm planning my outfits. I've already checked. I'm going to have a look in a boutique this week called Susanna London. Susanna? I've followed them on Instagram for a while and I love their dresses, so I'm going to go and check them out because I want to have a very nice dress for going on. I'm hoping I'm not hyping this up too much and I'm going to love every aspect of it, because can you imagine if it's not that great and I'm like, oh. But anyway, that was the bag that I picked up, which I am loving, absolutely loving. It's so adorable, and the colours that it comes in, really beautiful heritage colours. There's British racing green, there's a beautiful almost tweed colour. Oh, so stunning. The next thing that I picked up, and I don't even think that I showed you what happened, guys, but I was sent this picture, which I will pop on screen, by my husband when he returned back from the Savoy, and there appears to have been an accident in transit, and my beautiful blush hangisis from Manolo Blahnik have not survived. I'm going to see if we can get our local cobbler to fix them. But anyway, made me a little bit sad when he sent me that. I can't lie, I was like, oh, I love them. But I did have a pair of new Manolo Blahniks en route to me, and these are the Meili flats in a beautiful tartan, and I am so excited because I just so happened, as part of my recent Amazon haul, I have a scarf that matches. Like I said, I love the matchy life, and whereas these are more of like a sort of rough wool, this is more of like a cashmere like scarf. I actually don't know if this is cashmere or not. It is very soft, and I think I ripped the label off before I checked, but I love this because this is very oversized, so it's a nice thick scarf which you can obviously add on and wear with the shoes. Now, I ordered half a size up in these, so I got a 5.5. Can't take me seriously like this. I ordered a 5.5, and I'm usually a 5, but my hangisis, the flat ones, were a bit tight in a 5, so I ordered these in a 5.5, and they are very big, and they don't, it's almost like these have been stretched because they're so wide, and I have wide feet, but they are so wide. But I'm going to try and get some insoles because they don't have my size anymore, and there is no way that I'm giving these up. I sent these to my friend Lauren, and we both basically had kittens over the fact that they were so beautiful. I'm going to warn you now, I'm obsessed with tartan at the moment, which means that there are going to be a lot of words that I say over and over again in this video, and I'm so sorry, but probably tartan being one, heritage being another, British being another, and I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I think there comes a point where, I don't know, I'm loving my personal style at the moment. I have never in my life felt more comfortable and like happy with the fact that I can like, I love an Hermes bag, but I can also find a relatively like unknown brand and be so excited about their like pieces just because of the history and the identity of the brand. So I apologize, but I'm really happy, really happy and very comfortable, and there's a lot of British heritage tartan in my style at the moment, so I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so those are some other bits. What else did I get from London? I want to show you everything that I've got, but I've also got some other bits from Amazon to show you as well, because as you know, I am not just a sort of, like, I don't just wear luxury pieces. I'm very methodical with how I put outfits together, and there are certain areas where I will really put money into things, and there are certain areas where I really like especially when I like my day-to-day wardrobe like this, I don't want to be in my favorite dresses ruining them when I'm, you know, gallivanting around the house, although I literally wear these to the most spectacular places like the Savoy London. I've got some bits from Amazon basically that I love and that I've been wearing so much, and I know that so many of you love them, so I thought that I could get into those as well. Before I actually, do I show you now? I've got a lot of chutney to make today because I've got a lot of tomatoes and they're on their way out. I haven't used them quick enough. I stupidly thought that they were going to be like my other tomatoes that just lived on forever and a day on my when they were ripening up, and it looks like some of them have gone quite mouldy, so, and it's taken over other ones, so I'm going to have a big tomato sort out, a final push of my apple chutney, get as much in stock because I'm going through it at a rate of knots. But this is the one thing I really want to show you quite quickly. Now, I wore this to the Soho Farmhouse fireworks night the other day, and this is a 100% lamb's wool like poncho basically, and I wore this over black jeans, black riding boots. I think I did wear my Hermes ones, black riding boots and a black roll neck, and then I belted it in, and I am obsessed. Even the black velvet bow that I'm wearing goes so well with it, but obviously it goes with dresses as well, so you can wear it like this. You've got to zhuzh it a little bit because otherwise it can be a bit bulky, but I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love, so in love in fact, that I got it in another colour as well, because that would not be like me. But yeah, you've got to zhuzh it around and like make it so that it isn't too thick and what have you. But I was so cozy, and it kind of like doubles as a blanket as well. Obviously it's in the black wash, but let me show you it over here. You can see that I've just recently done a fresh layer of Saint-Tropez. So yeah, this is over a knitted dress. I'm not sure if I wear it like this. Let me know what you think. I feel like I could. It does add a different sort of dimension to it. But this is the black watch, which I feel always looks amazing with an all black outfit. Like, it just adds something. And obviously the black boots, black and gold accessories. I love it, absolutely love it. So I wanted to, I didn't actually vlog that night when we went to the fireworks, and so I didn't get to show you my outfit. But I'm in love with this, and I got it in a very similar, well, not similar, but I got it in another tartan as well. It's 100% lamb's wool, which for me, but also I love things like this because you turn it around the other way and it's a blanket. Like, this is a blanket. This is how blankets should be designed, in my humble opinion. And you could obviously also wear it like this if you wanted to. But for me personally, if ever I get cold, like if I'm traveling somewhere, this is walking around with a blanket that's part of your outfit, and that is a win on every part. I'm just going to say that. But the other colour that I got is a very traditional tartan, and I'm sure one clever person in the comments will know exactly what tartan this is. I don't know if it says it on here. Royal Stuart. So this is the Royal Stuart tartan. This is what you saw if you watched it when they are at Balmoral on the Crown, and the Queen is throwing her annual Gillies Ball, I think it is. Gillies Ball, and they all had like a sash of this Royal Stuart tartan. Again, it's another one that looks really lovely with black, also really lovely with navy, and also very lovely with a certain shade of green. You can obviously wrap it, you can belt it, and it's just another layer. But also I think this is just so festive. Like for mine and Ali's Christmas shopping in London, like our annual trip to London that we do, which we're already planning, by the way. This is so lovely, so lovely. I'm going to see what other colours they do actually, because imagine if they've got the poncho in the same tartan as my shoes. I'll be over the bloomin' moon. I also have some more knitted dresses. And I'm sorry if you think I'm over the knitted dress, but I'm not. And I think that anyone that's bought one, oh, that's one other thing I want to say, is that you do have to be, like, just make sure that when you're shopping on Amazon, if there's any sort of like returns, like check where you're buying from and things like that. Like I know that these are coming from like China, so I'm sort of prepared that it may not be the easiest to return them. So just wanting to flag that I'm kind of comfortable with knowing my size online. Sometimes it completely blows me out of the water, and I have to admit that as well, and sometimes it's completely unexpected. But yeah, just be conscious that sometimes these places can be a bit harder when it comes to returns because it's so far overseas. So I just want to flag that, because I hate the thought of anyone thinking that I've not been like clear on this, and I've just, yeah. I mean, even on its own, this dress is just such a vibe. So I don't know if I've shown you this one yet. Maybe I was saving it for a more festive period. I'm not too sure, but this is the wrap dress that I love. I will pop, do you know what? I'm just going to pop it on now so that you can see. So this is the red wrap dress. Now, I have to be careful with this because I don't want to end up looking like Mrs. Claus, but I do love this, and actually I think it probably looks more red on the camera than it actually is in real life. This is definitely more of a dusky red rather than actual red. But like I said, I am, ooh, what are we doing? What is going on? Why are you not closing? There we go. Yes, so this is more of a kind of dusky red. It definitely looks more festive red on camera. But for a Christmas Day dress that you are comfortable in, that is still so elegant, this is it. Like, this is it. And I would just be so happy with this as like just a festive option, I guess. But at the same time, I don't want to look like Mrs. Claus, so I'm still working out. In fact, this might, yeah, so this is quite good. So the red of this is very, very similar to this scarf, so you could add a little bit of navy into it just to ensure that you're not feeling too Christmas, Mrs. Christmas, basically as well. So just showing you quickly how you can do that. But also I kind of think that maybe, you know, I could go with my shoes, because this red goes very, very lovely with these shoes, or even better, complement it with these kind of tones as well. If you're the type of person that on Christmas Day you want to feel fabulous, you want to get all dressed up and it's a really glam affair, that this can definitely be an option. Even like the bow is such a good like addition to it to make it feel super festive as well. And I love this one. I love it. I've got it in the oatmeal as well, which I think you would have seen in a few of my TikToks. I'll pop that one on quickly just so you can see. So this is the more sort of biscuity oatmeal option, which I always feel would look really lovely with this bag. Yeah. Oh, I love this. Do you know what? I need need to get this now. I've already found my next shopping list. I need to get this belt, if they do it in chocolate brown, to go with my chocolate suede Hermes boots, and then this bag. But I love this as a look. Oh, so adorable. This with my oatmeal Karen Millen coat, so gorgeous. I think I've shown you this one before though, but it is one of my favourites. Perfect length, super elegant, super cozy, and the main thing is this neckline as well. Like, this neckline for me is so, it's not plunging, I feel very nice and covered, but still have the elegance of a beautiful wrap neck. Love it. Oh my gosh. We missed Barclay's birthday. I was convinced that his birthday was like the 22nd or something like that of November. And it turns out his birthday, because Barclay was our unplanned child. And he was very much like I found him and we went and picked him up pretty much the next day. Oh my gosh, and it turns out his birthday is the 2nd of November. I'm such a bad mum. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to tell Ali later. He's gonna be so he's actually not gonna be devastated. He's not like me. He'll be like, he doesn't know it's his birthday, Lydia. He's very practical in thinking like that. I'm heartbroken. Okay, oh my gosh, that's gonna ruin my day. Now, this one in particular is my favorite. Like, this is my new favorite, because do you know what this reminds me of? This is almost identical, except it's more of an ivory, like classic ivory color of that Ralph Lauren one that I tried on that was more of a camel color. This is the Amazon version, and it's longer, like I said I wanted. It's got a slight kick out, so it's not got as much of that kind of elegant skirt to it, but if you belt it in, it does kind of create that, and this is my favourite at the moment. So comfortable, so classic, so like wintry chic as well, which I just love. Perfect with black accessories with the gold, obviously easy to add a little spot of tartan to it as well, which I love. Like, look at that, I feel so festive. And this is like almost, you know, when it's like the Burberry check, you get that kind of festive feel from that, but I actually am now turning more to these just more very readily available but heritage, like tartan fabrics like this, and I actually think that they're almost like a little bit more chic than the Burberry one. I've already said that I like that just never goes out of style, the Burberry one, but this is like a real nod to your love of Britain with this. I just love it. So anyway, I need to stop going on about these scarves. Okay, next up. Oh, but I do want to say that I actually like this one quite a lot. Left like this as well. I wear this a lot around the house, just like this. It's extra comfortable like this, and it basically feels like you're wearing a big, beautiful knitted nightie, which you can never go wrong with in my opinion. But it also pairs beautifully with this toe. This is what I did on TikTok. I don't think I've shown you this one, but it is love. I mean, I've shown it to you, but I've not like actually talked through it in this way. And I thought, as we're doing a big old haul, now people went wild for this jumper dress when I was wearing it in some stories that I posted. And I wore it with this Holland Cooper scarf, this silk scarf, which I thought was a really beautiful addition and just complemented these tones. This is almost like a cinnamon shade, which is just so gorgeous. And I could actually swap out these boots for my chocolate. I think I'm going to do it, you know, because I love a belted scarf. People seem to be very on the fence with a belted scarf, but I love it. So just like that, sleeves kind of ruched. We could go chocolate boots, like all of these really beautiful, like toffee, cinnamon, chocolate tones. Oh, it's making me hungry. So this is another one, and I love, again, this detailing that it's got with this. It almost makes it look like it's got pleats, but it actually doesn't. It's more popped into the fabric to add something to the skirt. I'm obsessed, and I absolutely live in this one. And the final dress, I know that this is like my uniform at the moment, but this is slightly different, this one. There's no waist belting it in, and it also has these beautiful fitted sleeves to your wrists and to the tops of your hands. It's also got the higher neck, but it's also got a little bit of structure, to the shoulders. I've got this in black as well, and it's so perfect for like a basic. And of course, as always, if you're like me, you can just belt it in. So this is slightly different in colour to the other one. The other one is a much warmer tone, whereas this is definitely a sort of muddier brown. This is more of like an Hermes brown, I would say. But it still looks very lovely with these tones as well. Absolutely obsessed with this. I need more colours. And I'm just living like this, and I'm living comfortably. The moment that you add a really beautiful coat to them, they just come alive as a really basic piece. And the thing that I feel with these ones is that it's very much moving along those Loro Piana vibes. These are all very simple styles that don't necessarily make any statements in terms of, like, I don't know, being at the forefront of trends, but you can add something like a beautiful brooch. I'm really searching for a wonderful thistle brooch at the moment, but a beautiful brooch would instantly, you know, elevate and add a bit of specialness to it if maybe you're going out to dinner after work or something. A scarf for me adds a real cozy vibe, but also a wintry vibe and a festive vibe. You could add a blazer to elevate and give it a more formal business feel, but then you could add a dress coat for something completely different. You could add a more relaxed, you know, like dressing gown coat for that really minimalist Loro Piana vibe. That's why I wear them, because I just find them so versatile, in my humble opinion. So I'm going to link them all in the description box down below. I do have a few other bits to probably open with you as well, but I'm going to crack on with the rest of the things that I need to do today. I need to get some chutney going. I'm going to stink the house out with it, but I do need to get it on, otherwise I'm going to lose my tomato loot. So I'm going to head downstairs, have a sort through of what I have available, and then just get chutneying, I guess. But let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. Obviously I've shown you a little bit of luxury and I've showed you a little bit of more affordable. One thing I do want to check out is Amazon luxury. They're now doing high-end luxury pieces. So if you think like my belt that I've got from Altazara, like that's on Amazon now. You can get that on Amazon. So I'm going to have a bit of a mooch because I haven't actually gone in and had a look around yet. So that's maybe my next haul will be Amazon luxury. We shall see. Anyway, let's crack on with the day. Oh, we are steaming up, but it's bubbling away nicely. Whilst this bubbles away, I'm going to prep the ingredients for the tomato chutney, and I've changed out of my boots into some sparkly Jimmy Choo slippers for the evening. I have mascara all down my face because I've just been chopping onions. I am midway through my first batch of chutney. It is already black outside. I can't show you obviously too much Christmas decor, but it's dark outside, and I'm running late. But we ended up having a meeting about a project for 2023, which I've got a meeting in London about later on this week. I look ridiculous. Hello, Panda Eyes. But I'm very, very excited about this one. It's a real kind of, if it comes off and it becomes what I hope it's going to be, it's one of those things that I've waited a long time for, and I would be very, very excited to be able to sort of do. So it was a good meeting, but it set me behind on my chutney making abilities. But I've got my apron on. I've got dates on my hand, but I'm making a big batch of apple chutney. It was honestly, like, it is the best chutney I have ever made, and I would say that the figs are probably one of the best parts of it, but this lighting here makes me look unwell. So we're going to get on with making things, get on with finishing up these dates, and oh no, I just got into my bloody nail. Alex will be very annoyed at me. Tell you what though, there is nothing quite like being in your kitchen, making something from the produce of where you live, and then enjoying it with friends. I can't tell you how fulfilling that is for me personally. That is what you call the good life. So the first batch of chutney is done. This is the last of the orchard apple spiced chutney, and these ones I'm keeping for myself. We've got some that we can give away, but these big ones are going to be kept for us because it is too delicious and I want it to see us through the cheese and wine season. But rather late, I am doing a big batch of tomatoes from my kitchen garden with courgettes as well. This is going to be another chutney. This is green tomato and normal tomato as well. This is a huge doubled up batch, and I'm worried that this is going to keep me up because it's not even bubbling, and it is 8:45. I'm thinking if I can get it done by 11:30. I've got PT in the morning. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it is starting to warm up. But honestly, this makes my whole house smell, but it's worth it because it just tastes so good and makes such beautiful gifts. Look at these two, yin and yang. Keeping warm in here on the sofa. Oh.
Know that you have a cashmere head and velveteen ears, and you too have a black velvet head with cashmere ears to contrast.
Well, it's not going to be very easy to show you this, but this was the oak post that I was telling you about earlier that is going to be the new balustrades for our courtyard light well in the lower ground area. So the glass that is currently there we're reusing, and we'll probably end up losing a few panes of glass because obviously these are so much thicker than the balustrades that are there at the moment, but we are reusing it and just slotting them in here. They'll then be secured, and these will obviously silver up over time and just be a lot more sympathetic to the outside of the house. So this was our sort of what's the word, like I cannot think of the word. This is our sample of what is going to go in, and it should be going in the next few weeks, which is very, very exciting. But I was actually not coming down here to show you this. We also have the floor for my dressing room stacked in the boot area here. But I was coming to show you this little vista down to the guest bedroom. This is the guest bedroom that looks out over my favourite view in the house. And as I mentioned, I bought these bedside tables off of my mum, and these were bedside tables that my mum commissioned when I was born. So these are the same age as me, and they were made by a beautiful family-owned business in Chorleywood where I started out my life. That was where our house was when I was little, and it was called Sherrington's or Sheraton's. They recently closed down. I believe they closed down during COVID, which is so sad. But these were commissioned by my mum, and my mum picked every design detail about these, from the handles to the beautiful wood that's been used. And I feel like this is such a testament to beautiful craftsmanship and really considered craftsmanship. It's something that I'm really kind of exploring at the moment and trying to be a bit more like conscious with when I'm buying things, but being able to give these a new lease of life in our home. Obviously ignore the bedding, nothing is as it should be in here. This is a room that we are going to be painting. We're keeping the carpet in here, new curtains, and a new wall colour in here I believe as well, but for the most part not a huge amount. We may change the bed. But I have just styled up these bedside tables just a little bit. So this is actually the lamp from our hallway, because obviously we have a Christmas tree there. And then I have these beautiful books, little old books that I found on Etsy. Then this is a really beautiful little vase from a ceramicist. And then we've got some pheasant feathers. That's my favourite accessory in a home, is pheasant feathers in anything. And actually I think it makes such a warm country arrangement instead of flowers that are going to die, etc., etc. You just leave them and they always look lovely. And then I've got a little candle there as well. I have brought in my Aurora Home throw in here just to give it some colour. This is not the colour that's going to be staying in here. We've just got our Barnaby Gates cushions in here and some tweed cushions with beautiful fringing on them. This was the collaboration between, I think it was between Carol Annett, Carol from Country and Townhouse magazine, and another interior designer, and they are so beautiful. So we've got those in here. We did have these plinths in here, but they just looked awful, so we got rid of those plinths. And this side hasn't particularly been styled up, but still looking lovely with our piece of art from time. This is a herbarium, dried herbarium. These are antiques. And then, of course, out of the window and on this ledge here, we've got my favourite. This is like my pièce de résistance of the home. These are my George Bronwyn, I believe, George Bronwyn, who is a ceramicist that I discovered when I went to Time, and I bought both of these. I believe that I got the last two as well. It's a design that he does a lot, and I think you can actually have them made if you request them. I'll pop his details in the description box, but in windows they are just such a beautiful piece. So yeah, this is just kind of hashed up. This room isn't really in use all that much because our bathroom is completely broken in here, so we need to have a new bathroom fitted and just have this room finished off. But we do have obviously the new handles on and things like that, so it's not a too far off notion of getting these done, to be fair. We were thinking about taking these to bedrooms and en suites and kind of redoing them as a mini project within the house, just to get them done. So yeah, we might do that because we want these to be in use so that we can have people over, etc., etc. You okay? You okay, little puss puss? You okay? You love your tummy being tickled. You love your tummy being tickled. Okay, I have to be honest with you now. I am having big regrets about starting my chutney making at 8 o'clock at night. Big regrets, because it is now nearly 12 and I am absolutely nincompooped, and I reckon there's like another hour to go. I think I might have to turn it off, cover it, and sort of restart it in the morning, because I actually just don't know what to do, and I'm so tired, and I've got PT at 6:30 and this is way past my bedtime. I'm wearing my Amazon Black Watch pyjamas. So this is the top of the short set that I've got, and then I actually found the long bottoms like separate, that you could buy separately, so I bought both, and it's a beautiful kind of brushed cotton feeling fabric. I don't actually know if it is brushed cotton. Yes, 100% cotton. No wonder it feels so lovely. In the beautiful black watch colour, and I absolutely love this for keeping me warm, but also looking quite nice as well. A little bit of tartan. I'm about to get my makeup off. I'm not going to do a full skincare routine with you, but I am going to tell you that I've been changing how I've been doing my Skin and Me, which you may have noticed. I know that lots of people have been noticing my, what's it called, my, like when I'm doing my reels or my stories, that my skin is a lot glowier. This is the Elizabeth Arden 8-hour stick lipstick like thingamajig. But yeah, I'm doing it a bit differently at the moment. I'm using all of like my nourishing moisturizing products like my Beauty Pie Japan Fusion, etc., in the morning. But when I do my Skin and Me now, I'm putting the Skin and Me on, I'm letting it just stay on my skin, and then when it gets unbearable, I just give my face a bit of a spritz with a face mist. It's savage, but it's definitely paying off in the skin department. So I'm going to do that now, get my makeup off and stuff like that, and then I'm going to jump into bed, and fingers crossed, by some miracle, although it's not going to happen. I don't even know why I'm trying to manifest that. It's just not going to happen, is it? That was my face wash, and I'm still using the Clay Post Softening Cleansing Foam. I really like it, even though it does feel a bit like soapy, it's still really gentle. Then obviously I'm going in with my special cream, my Cream Rescue Supercharged Active from Tracy Giles, because I'm putting this on my brows at the moment. I am loving my brows. I have not put a single ounce of product, not even like brow gel. I actually don't think I'm going to need to use brow gel either, like, because I was only brushing them up in order to correct where maybe I didn't have them. And at the moment I'm just loving it. I'm loving the fact that I just don't have to do anything to my brows. I think I've actually got my lip blush this week as well, so I'm really excited about that, although I think that the aftercare of that is a bit more difficult because it's like your lips swell and stuff like that. So just to manage expectations, I'm not having my lips done, I'm just having what's it called, the lip blush thing. Hello, would you like to focus on my face? I'm just doing my Skin and Me. Is single-handedly the best product to ever happen to my skin. Hands down, it's incredible. If you're not using it, you should be. A little bit more lip balm, leave it to do its thing. I'm gonna go check on my chutney. Good afternoon, everyone. I actually wasn't going to pick up my camera today. I had a funny evening. You will have seen that I was batch cooking some chutney, and it ended up taking me until midnight, and I was convinced that I had burnt the chutney, okay, and I got in a bit of a grump about it. Good job I knew that it was my time of the month, because nobody really gets in a grump over chutney unless it's their time of the month. And so I went to bed, and this morning, well, I actually gave myself a bit of a lay-in, and then I got up and I went for a walk with my cousin, which was lovely, and it was actually really sunny day, so it was a good walk. It was a very positive walk. If you can see smoke behind me, by the way, I'm burning one of my Udemy flips from Amazon, the Papier d'Armenie, to help with the smell of chutney, because honestly, both Ali and I are like, the smell, but it's so lovely to have, but the smell is so hard. So we're kind of airing the house out, and I'm just about to have a bit of a clear up and a clean down. I've been organising today. I've organised my beauty cupboard in my in the ensuite, and obviously I've just jarred up all of the chutney that I made, and I'm about to do the boot room cupboard as well. And I'm just having a bit of, it's one of those days that I wouldn't necessarily film, because I'm I'm just in relaxed mode, and I feel like I've maybe got into the habit of, when I'm in relaxed mode, not vlogging too much. You're probably sat there thinking, Lydia, you are always like this. Mr. Millen Gordon has told me that I have some gifts.
Yes.
Which usually, I love my gifts, but usually my gifts that I get are croissants. I don't think this is a croissant, because I've got a gift for you. Did you see what I showed you in your dressing room? Don't look at your phone then. Please don't look at your phone, because I'll vlog you seeing it for the first time, because I didn't unbox it on camera with you. Okay. Oh, we're doing a little gift giving.
So this isn't your gift, but this is for Christmas Day, for me and you.
For Christmas Day. Oh my god, they smell amazing.
Oh, they do smell nice.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, okay, so we've got High Grove crackers, because I've got a surprise to tell you in the first day of Christmas, and
it's not a surprise, that's completely hyping it up.
No, well, it's not a surprise, okay. But it's a decision that we've made, and it's going to be on the first day of Christmas when I tell you about it. And so I love these.
I thought you'd like those.
I love the colour as well.
Yeah,
oh,
nice.
I'm a little bit obsessed. Ever since discovering High Grove Bouquet Fragrance, he thinks all gifts are for him now. Since his birthday,
no,
he thinks all gifts are for him.
No. And this is your pre-Christmas gift.
Pre-Christmas
Yeah.
Who gets pre-Christmas gift?
It will make sense.
Ooh! recipes and crafts for the countdown to Christmas. Thank you.
It's your posh advent calendar.
Oh, stop it! So this is an advent calendar.
Yeah, but rather than it be of chocolates and treats, it's of wisdom and knowledge.
Oh my gosh, so you basically read a day every day?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. So you don't have to spend some time. So
Okay.
pretty much it will be one page or one thingy a day, won't it? Let me
Well, I was
just
going to say
double
because
check.
there's 100.
There's 100, yeah.
We're trying to work it out.
So maybe it's a chapter and it gives you a recipe, a craft and a project
Yes.
a day.
Okay.
So
And I'll share it during Vlogmas with you.
Oh, so for me is obvious maybe is for like
Things for me to do.
yes, so it looks like it might be suggesting that you take a hot bath with candles, write something in a book or whatever
Journal.
for you. Winter breakfast bowl. Oh, that's right up your street.
French pancakes with plum compote. What I'll do is I'll make sure that I go through this with you for Vlogmas and show you what it is, because I'm someone that I'm not very good. Wait, don't go anywhere. I'm someone that's not very good with advent calendars, and I forget to open them and things like this, but a book is something that will inspire me throughout the Christmas period as well, and perhaps inspire you as well. And I love the fact that this is so reusable, like I can practice this every year.
It's a nice like Christmas table book as well.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the cover.
gorgeous. I love that, thank you so much, babe.
okay.
Can you tell your gift now?
Yes.
So, wait, don't get too excited. So I ordered this about 3 months ago. It was delivered to the UK and it arrived in the UK. It sat in the UK for 2 months. Then it was shipped back to Tennessee.
Oh, I heard them talking about this on the
Yeah.
phone.
And so the lady very kindly from Etsy sent it back. Arrived in the UK, sat at the delivery depot office again. They didn't let us know that, for the second time, they didn't let us know that it had arrived in the UK and that we had customs to pay on it. We had to phone up to find out, and they were like, oh, you just go on the government website. How do you just go on the government website and pay a fee on a
Products don't know about.
product that you don't know about and you don't have a reference number for, because the reference number doesn't work? Anyway, the girls managed to sort it, and it's arrived today, and it's got this. Okay, ready?
Huge surprises.
I know, I hate reacting to them, but...
Oh yeah, beautiful. Yeah, very nice.
So I found this bit of art on Instagram, tracked down the lady on Etsy and purchased it.
How did you... Okay.
What?
How did you track down the lady?
On Etsy, I found it on Etsy afterwards.
Lovely.
How perfect. So that's the start of your gallery wall.
You want me to have a gallery wall?
On this wall here, yes, there'll be a selection of bits that will sit behind the...
It's a perfect frame, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's beautiful, and the tones of it are so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, this is a beautiful oil painting. I prefer artwork that doesn't have glass over it as well.
Yeah, same. I don't like reflective.
No, it's something that I've realised over the years I don't like, and I just think this frame is so beautiful.
Yeah, it does look really beautiful. The colour, the tones are nice, aren't they?
Yes, and I know that you always worry about seasonal artwork, but the other artwork that will sit with this won't be as seasonal, so it'll work together.
Okay.
But it's lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
I will link Tessa's Etsy in the description box down below, because she's such an incredible artist, and I find so many amazing artists on Instagram. I love sharing them with you, and so yeah, I thought that you'll probably like some of her stuff as well, because she's just so talented. I feel like I need to do one of those things where I like do a directory of like artists that I love, so that you can always shop them to get the best sort of like country inspired artwork. Well, it appears today that all beautiful things come in green packages, because I've been sent the most beautiful scarf from Sabina Savage, and it has our little Lumi Bengal on it. I don't think it's actually her, but we did just show her it and she got very excited. So beautiful colours. This will go so nicely with some of my jumper dresses. So I love this. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, look at the green. Oh. I have just spent the majority of my evening wrapping up my chutney in this beautiful fabric that I bought from Amazon. It's just got little leaf designs on it, and then my little labels, which I've labelled with what chutney is on them, and they're just quick, easy gifts to give. I am now using up more of my Crown Prince squashes for dinner. We're gonna have roasted Crown Prince with some rice, which I think will be quite lovely. So I'm gonna get this in the oven roasting, and hopefully this will be delicious. Mmm.
Looks fantastic. Shall I pass away?
Yeah. Well, this Sorry. So apologies for that sound. I've just been having a peanut butter bagel, and we have just had a very important reminder. So what you are seeing here is Mr. Millen Gordon. What you're seeing and hearing is Mr. Millen Gordon sanding our table, because to get rid of the smell of chutney, he lit some candles, and those candles were in metal like holders, and he popped them on this table. So there was one over here, and then there was one here. Were they Tom Dixon candles? So these were the candles. I think you can guess which one was the one that caught fire. The black one. I was just sat in the living room with the boys, cuddling on the sofa without a care in the world, and Ali came in to make me my peanut butter bagel, and he was like, oh my goodness, it's on fire. And if I can get the video that Ali had, it was on fire. So just one of those things, it's like a good reminder. We said, what is the lesson here? What do we need to be more careful with when having candles lit and things like that? So it's not looking good though, is it?
The issue is it's taking off all of this colour.
That's what I said.